Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm sure we can hear me. Hi, 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 hi. If you can hear me, let me know. Good evening, everyone. I'm sure we are supercharged to be here. Somebody saying they can't see me. Let me let me check that. You can't see me. Are you sure? Can you see me now? Oh, okay, guys. Hold on. You will see my face in a moment. Hold on. Hold on. You will see my face in a moment. Okay, guys. Um, can we see me now? Okay, guys, I'm sure we can see me now. Good evening, everyone. Sorry, sometimes this tech thing would want to take itself. Evening, everyone. I'm pretty sure you can hear me clearly. You can see my face now. Who is saying they can't see me again? No, you can see me now. I can see myself. So if you can see me, just let me know with hi in the comment. Just let me know you can see me. Let me know. Just let me know you can see me. And guys, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. If you can see my face, my beautiful face, please let me know you can see me. If you can see my face, please let me know you can see me. Awesome, 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 awesome. Zion can see me. So we are good to go. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to our fire chat with YPC Africa. My name is Joseph Etim, and I'll be your host for tonight. And sincerely, guys, I hope that we are ready for tonight because it's going to be a powerful session. We're talking about investing in professional development. Investing in professional development, how you can continuously upgrade your skills and knowledge to offer top-notch services and stay relevant. Right. So I believe that a lot of people that are here today, you guys are professionals. Hello, Blessing. I can see you, Blessing. Blessing is watching from YouTube. I can see you. So if you're watching from Facebook, you may want to consider switching to YouTube so that we can actually see your name. I don't know why Facebook is not allowing us to see some of your names. For instance, I'm seeing somebody here that is saying, I can see you. Except I have to check through Facebook to know that it's Zion. I may not really see who is the person. So you may want to consider switching to YouTube to watch. And when you switch, try to subscribe. So good evening, Blessing. I can see you, and I'm happy to have you here. Guys, we just finished from Connect conference, so everybody's still trying to have some rest. But for me to call this session, it means that it's very, very important that we have this meeting. So tonight we'll be talking about investing in professional development, right? And some of the things we'll be focusing on tonight, because our guest is somebody that's very experienced. One of the things we'll be talking about tonight is how to discover cutting edge strategies. When we talk about cutting edge, we talk about the strategies at its very best to supercharge your skill set and and become a valuable asset to your company or client. They'll also be we'll also be trying to see how we can gain expert insight on staying relevant in the rapidly evolving industries, setting yourself apart from the competition. There's something I love talking about how you can create your own alternative, how you could start using the blue ocean strategy. Then you would learn tonight the secret of thriving in a world where adaptability is the key to success. But then, if you forget anything I've said so far, one of the things we want to learn tonight is how to grow. As a professional, how do I grow? What is the cost for my growth? And how do I invest in my growth? So, guys, today I'm not your speaker. Hi, Stephanie Williams. Good evening. Good evening, Stephanie. Where are you connecting from, guys? If you can just let me know where you're connecting from, I'll be so glad. Thanks so much, Stephanie, for joining in. I'm super charged tonight, but then I'm not your guest for tonight. I'm just the host. So before I bring up our guest, I would like us to let me know where you are connecting from. If you're connecting from Abuja, from Kenya, from Ghana, from wherever you're connecting from. Hi, Samuel Ekpeyong. I can see you, Samuel. Please let me know where you're connecting from. In the next 5 minutes, I'll be bringing up our guest. So just let me know. Let's try to connect. I would like to know where you guys are connecting from. Where are you connecting from? And by the way, I think some of you need to invite your friends to join this broadcast because some of the things that we'll be sharing tonight are things that would help you move to the next level. They're not things you would find online. There are things that would help you move to the next level. So I think right now you want to consider inviting your friends, and your loved ones to connect. So Stephanie is connecting from University of Benin City. Shedak is connecting from Abuja. Samuel is connecting from the city of Calabar. Hi, Samuel. Hi, Samuel. Hi, Samuel. Hi, Samuel. I love Calabar a lot because at some point, I was there. So thank you for joining in from the city of Calabar. How is Calabar, by the way? It's been a while. How is Calabar? So, guys, we'll be talking about investing in your professional development, and I'm supercharged and I'm ready. And guys, if you are ready to have our guest, I would like you to drop your favorite emoji in the comment box. Your favorite emoji in the comment box. If you are ready, if you are ready, if you are ready, let me see some comments. Let me see some comment. Let me see some comment. Let me see some comments. If you are ready, before I bring up our guest, let me see some comments. Let me see some comments. This is a Facebook user. Okay. Samuel Ekpeyon. Hi, Samuel. Let me see some of your favorite comments. Now, some of you asking the question, investing in your professional development, why exactly are we bringing in Fee Steven? Right? And one of the things I love about Fee Steven is that over the years, not just as a friend, I've seen him grow, I've seen him pursue growth, I've seen him advance, I've seen him upgrade, I've seen him reinvent, I've seen him, attract opportunities at the highest level. So the person you are going to be learning from today is not just somebody just coming to just talk on this subject. Is somebody that have experienced it, he has accessed it, he has touched it, and he's currently using it to change his life, and he has been able to create wealth from what he does, right? So, guys, tonight I want us to have an open heart. I'll be bringing our guest up very shortly, but I want us to have an open heart and ready to learn, because the things that you'll be learning here today are the ingredient that would be able to change your life. Some of us, you've been stuck for a while. You've been wondering, what is your next big move? What is the next opportunity that can change your life? Who do I need to connect with? What are those things that if I hear now, it will change my perspective, right? So for some of you, like I always say, for some of you, this is the miracle you've been praying for. This is the opportunity you've been waiting for, right? So don't just come tonight like everybody else. Come expectant, come ready, come glued, and come with your notepad. So if you don't have a notepad, I think you want to go and get your notepad, because you don't need any distraction tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I bring up our guest for tonight, Fee Steven, I would like us to a round of applause in the comment. Hello, Fee. A round of applause in the comment, because tonight
Wow.
is going to be fire. Hello, Fee
It's
Steven.
it's it's so great to be here, Joseph. Hi, hello everyone. Hello Joseph. Thank you so much for having me on YPC. I can see a lot of comments coming in, people that are excited to learn. I can't wait to get right into it and just talk about the things that we have to do today. But yeah, thank you for having me, Joseph. It's good to be here.
I'm super excited because one of the things I love about people like you, like yourself, is not just that you talk, is that you've lived what you speak. Like whenever I come to your timeline and I'm reading, I'm not just reading from somewhere that has something to say. No, I'm reading from somewhere that has the he has exposed himself to knowledge. And for the better part, it's different for you to be exposed to knowledge and for you to be exposed to certified knowledge, right? So most time I come to your timeline, oh my God, this guy has gone to Microsoft, he has gone to Facebook, and how many certificates does he need to acquire before he stops? But Fee is somebody that's never going to stop. He's always somebody that's always going for the next level, for the next level, for the next level, and is always into big things. And today I'm super excited to invite you to my community, to YPC Africa. And I'm super charged because I'm very sure that the things you'll be sharing here today are the things that you yourself you've experienced, and you've been able to invest in your own professional development, and you're coming to share with us, and we are hoping to learn. So at this point, hello guys. Okay, we have some people that are leaving in some comment.
Yeah.
So at this point, I would like Fitz Steven to take the stage. But guys, please open your heart and have your paper, your pen, so that you can take things down. So Fee, thank you so much for accepting to be here. And I'm really hopeful that at the end of the day, our minds will be blown. So thank you so much for being here. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, Joseph. Hello, everyone. The YPC community and everyone that is joining from different parts of the world. I saw your comments from where you're joining from. You're welcome to this session, to this amazing session. We'll be looking at investing in professional development, how to continuously upgrade your skills and knowledge to offer top-notch services and stay relevant. This is super important, really, really important. Now, this topic is a topic that is highly relevant at this time that we are on. All right, this is a topic that is very relevant at this time that we're on. And if you're watching right now, okay, I want you to know something for a start, and that's the fact that we're currently in a world that punishes mediocrity. We're currently in a world that punishes mediocrity. That means if you, for any reason, all right, decide to stay in a particular point or in a particular state where the services you offer, the skills you have, the products you sell, if any of these things is at that point where we can refer to as mediocre, what happens is, whether you like it or not, you will be punished for that. That punishment can come in the form of, lack of rewards. That punishment can come in the form of reduced recognition. It can come in the form of, the fact that you're not presented for opportunities, you're not accepted for opportunities that relate with you. That's punishment. I always say this. I say that one of the biggest regrets is seeing someone become what you would have if you had put in the work. Do you get that? One of the biggest regrets is seeing someone become what you would have become if you had put in the work. So that is what we're looking at today, how to put in the work that can get you to a point of sustainable and continuous professional development. So you're growing. I was in my mentor's house. My mentor is Elisha Marman. I was in his house, I think sometime in 2017, I think, either 2017 or 2018, thereabout. And we're having what he calls a leadership class. And he said something. He told us, we were all sitting, just a couple of people, young men I was training back then. And he said something. He said that a leader must always be going, and a leader must always be growing. A leader must always be going forward and be growing upwards. Super important. If you want to lead, if there's any point you get to where you're not going forward, you're not growing upwards, trust me, your leadership is being affected. And that's why this session may not be as relevant for people that just want to be average. In fact, if you just want to be average, it will do you better to maybe just log out and go and sleep, right? But if you want to get to that point where you're commanding the highest possible rewards and returns for your specific niche, for your specific profession, then you need to be here. Now, how exactly do you get to that point where you are continually growing? You're continually investing in professional development. When I look at my life, I tell people that when I tell people sometimes that I studied human physiology, I was in the basic medical sciences throughout my university education. I was literally a medical student, right? Because I was in the School of Medicine at the University of Ilorin. And if I tell people that, they'll be like, there's this disconnect. How can you be someone that was in medical school and then currently you are, this tech person, this marketing person, you're doing this and you're doing that? That is what happens when you are able to commit to a system of personal development and professional development. In fact, if your personal development is not linked to your professional development, you're setting yourself up to become the poor wise man. Do you hear me? If your personal development is not linked to your professional development, you're setting yourself up to become a poor wise man. when you're developing yourself as a person, the books you're reading, the things you're doing must be linked at a point to a profession. At the beginning, you can start with generalized stuff like that, but at a point in time, it must be linked to a profession. So you can be reading and learning from other places. It doesn't mean that you should box yourself in. You can learn from as many places as possible. But then as you're learning, you're not learning just to get that subject matter. You're learning to see how that subject matter can be implemented, can be brought into your own niche. But let's go through step by step because we have limited time. I'm already seeing that we're at 24 minutes in, and we should be done with this at around 8:50 or so. They're about 8:45, 8:50. So let's get right into it now. I have identified 3 major steps, 3 major ways that every single person here can invest in professional development. 3 major ways. In fact, if you follow this framework, I can assure you that it is almost impossible, right, that your professional development is lacking in any way. 3 major ways. I'll tell you step by step. All right, 3 major ways. And I'm going to tell you that in a minute. I believe we're ready. Now, the number one thing you need to do, if you're someone that is investing, someone that wants to learn exactly how to stay relevant, how to be someone that is moving forward in your profession, in your as a person, as an entity of your own, the first thing, really important, I also want to write it in the comment box. The first thing you need to do, the first pillar of professional development, the first pillar is consistent, relevant learning. You can write that down and I'll explain. And there are steps under this. So number 1 pillar, consistent, relevant learning. Every single word is important. Every single word. The first word, which is consistent, is important. The second word, which is relevant, is important. The third word, which is learning, is important. So consistent, relevant learning. That's number 1, the first pillar. Consistent, relevant learning. Now, what I mean is this. You are not just learning all over the place. Imagine I get admission into the university, right? And I came to study mathematics. And then, on Monday, I'm in the Department of Political Science. On Tuesday, I'm in social science. On Wednesday, I'm in anatomy. On Thursday, I am in this, I'm in that. Would you not be worried for my grades? Would you be worried about how my learning? Because, see, at the end of time, at every point of an examination, right? You would always be examined based on the body of knowledge that you are expected, okay, to have known within a period of time. Let me explain. Now, it is okay to learn further. It's okay to learn other things. But make sure that while you're trying to learn some other things, you are first well versed. Your initial focus, your first focus is in a particular area. And the things you're learning are relevant to that area. Now, this is why a lot of you are just, you see a very nice copy and a good creative. Copywriters in Nigeria now, they are very powerful. You see a copy and it's as if they're talking to you. You're like, oh my God, this person is speaking to me. He's not speaking to you. Person is not speaking to you. That's emotional triggers. And this is why you can't have consistent, relevant learning without a plan. Consistent, relevant learning starts with a goal. This professional development you want to have, what is the profession you're developing? Do you understand? Consistent, relevant learning starts with a goal. That way, you're not tossed aside by every wind of doctrine. You're not tossed aside by everything that comes your way. You have what it is you're learning part-time. Are you going to still get general knowledge? Yes, you will. But general knowledge that improves your domain significantly. Really important. Now, under the pillar of consistent, relevant learning, the first point is academic qualification, academic education. Now, for some of you, I don't know how many of you, probably I should ask this question. If you know that the course you studied in university or the course you're studying, in case you're still a student, if you know that's the course you wanted to study, let me know in the chat box. Let me just get some comments here. If you know that the course you're studying right now, the course that you studied in the university is exactly what you wanted to study, let me know in the chat box. Just let me know in the chat box, because I know that in Nigeria, myself, for example, the course I studied was not what I wanted. I had always wanted to be a doctor back then, right? I don't want that anymore. But back then, for some reason, I wanted to be a doctor, and I ended up studying physiology. So you see this first point of academic education. By this I mean your academics. I mean your school, your the school is the first under academic qualification, academic education, right? The first thing is the institution of learning, the citadel of learning. People may not tell you this, but the school you went to matters. The school you went to matters. When people say that something does not matter, first of all, analyze their own lives. It's easier to see that, oh, something doesn't matter when a particular demography or a sample size of people are able to get some sort of result without that thing. A very significant sample size. So the school you go to matters. And I'm saying this knowing that there are people here that can't do anything about this anymore. And I understand that. There are people that cannot do anything about it. But this is the first plan, whether I like it or not. Some of you, okay, someone is saying they gave me what they want me to study, right? That happened for a lot of people. So some of you, you put in for medicine, they gave you fishery. They gave you botany. They gave you, different courses that you are just wondering what you came to this, what to do. And sometimes you have to start that. And you have to finish with that. But whatsoever the case, academic education there are three things on that. The first one is the school. Where are you studying? If you can still choose this, maybe you're done with your first degree. If you're going for your master's, be very, very discerning. And by discerning, I mean with high-level research, to know the school, the citadel, the institution you're going to learn from. It is important. You may not be told, but where you go to school matters. Not just for the name of the school, but because of the other people that will go there. Are you following? So, is someone writing these things in the chat box? So, under academic education, what's the first one? The school you go. That's the first thing, under academic. The second one is the course you study. I don't suppose I want to hear this, but I'll say it anyway. The course you study actually matters. There are some opportunities. There are some levels of professional development that you get to in some certain courses. And I'm not saying this that, if you're already done with school, you've already studied the course, that is not an issue. Just take note of this first. Why? Because there can always be higher levels of learning. There can always be higher level of learning. So the second one is the course you study. Now, the third point under academic qualification is your current degree of qualification. Your current degree of qualification. There was a time when you had a BSc, it is like everything. You have a BSc, you can do anything anywhere. But I can tell you from my own personal experience, because I apply for opportunities a lot, I can tell you that of recent, I am seeing a lot of opportunities that the minimum standard, the minimum qualification required is a master's. Minimum. A lot of them. If you're someone that applies a lot for opportunities, you agree with what I'm saying. Minimum qualification. Now, if you are able to, based on your current different factors, right? I don't know you personally, right? So I can't say. But if you're able to either combine or do a part-time or do an online learning and get a master's, I would recommend you do that. Because whether you like it or not, this is a world that has some things that are like systems. Yes, sometimes you can go out of the norm. Yes, there are some people that don't need all these things. There's some people that you say, this person went far, the person did not have this, he don't even go to GAP BSc. How many of them? How many of them are there? Okay, so if you can get a master's while considering remember the first 2 points. What was the first point? So I should write it. The first point was what? First point was the school. So when you're doing your master's now, the school. Second point is what? The course. Right? When the third point is your level of learning. Your BSc, your master's, if you're interested in academia, or not even just academia, if you want to go ahead with research and things like that, you want to maybe do a PhD, right? If it's something you want to do. These are higher levels of learning. And then the last point on the academic qualification is your class of degree. Your class of degree. Someone should write it down. Write it down. Your class of, I don't know, some of you it's hard for you to write it because you know your current class. Write it, your class of degree. So whether you're a first class, you have a second class upper, you have a 2-2, you have, these things matter. These things matter. There are some jobs that they'll say, oh, only someone with a 2-1 and above can apply. These things matter. Is it professional development you want? Then take note of these things. Do not joke. That's why when I started, I said that if you know you just want to be average, because you may not need all these things to be average. These are not tools for the average. These are not tools for the mediocre. But you want to stand out. You want to enter into a place and people are eager to hear what you want to say. You have to take note of these things. All right. Let me move forward because we are still under academic qualification, and that's under consistent relevant learning. Now, the second thing under consistent relevant learning is specialized skills. Specialized skills. Is someone writing down for me? Let me see in the comment box. Someone should write specialized skills. Under consistent relevant learning, I've talked about academic education. The second thing is specialized skills. Now, let's assume that for some reason, for one reason or the other, you were not among the lucky people that applied for a course and got that same course. Those people, I really feel they are very privileged, right? Especially in Nigeria, right? So if you're not one of them, let's say you already know that you have to finish these fisheries. I know why I'm using fisheries. If you study fishery here, please forgive me. So that you know you have to finish these fisheries, you have to finish this botany, you have to learn the nomenclature of plants that you have never seen, that you will never see. You have to learn their what are those names that they call them? The botanical names, I think. Yeah, botanical names of these things, botanical names of plants, of animals. You have learned all those things and you are literally tired because you just want to graduate. If you're one of those people, yes, it's fine. I understand. Graduate with a good degree. Then while you're in that process, right, begin to look at specialized skills. Specialized skills are skills that make you job ready. Not just job ready, but skills that allow you to improve in your roles. Whatever role it is that you have, either as an entrepreneur, a business person, or someone in career, there are specialized skills that can move you forward. Let me give you an example. Now, I am a digital and growth marketing manager. Now, there are specific skills. There was a time that for about a month or so, I concentrated on what was called conversion rate optimization. Conversion rate optimization. There was a time I concentrated on that. This is a job that pays people not $5,000 a month. By not, I mean, above, right? Conversion rate optimization. That's a specialized skill. But specialized skills are skills that, like I said, either make you job ready or allows you to improve in your career. How can you know these skills for yourself? I can give some broad examples. So there are examples like, let's say, there are common ones: software engineering, there's data science, there is product design, there's cybersecurity, there's just some of those skills. Those are like tech skills. There are other skills like project management. There are skills like product management. There are skills, just a couple of those skills that give you an opportunity to play a core part in a system. Every organizational system has core parts. Your goal is to learn a skill that allows you to play a core part in a system. And this is not a time to start arguing and saying, oh, all skills matter and this and that. Yes, I know. But there are core skills and there are other skills that you add to those core skills. So there's an amazing skill, a specialized skill like communication, for example. But if you're learning communication, you want to know that, are you learning it as a core or as an added skill? Why? Because every other specialized skill needs communication. So if you want to learn communication, you want to learn it as something that is linked closely with another skill, maybe media. So it becomes media and communication. Are you following? It's making sense for you. Is this practical enough? So that you don't end up, and that's why I'm saying relevant learning. You're not doing a lot of things. You know where you're going. You know where you're going. Why? Because you're learning in a relevant way, considering in a relevant way. All right. So specialized skills. And how you get specialized skills? Some things to do. You can use, there are some platforms called e-learning platforms, online learning platforms. So examples of online learning platforms, we have Udacity. You can write that down in case you're taking notes. We have Udacity. You can check that out. We have Udemy. We have Coursera. Someone can help me write those things. We have Coursera. We have there's this site called EDX. EDX.org is a place where some certain kind of courses called OpenCourseWare. There's a place where OpenCourseWare courses. There are a number of them there. So EDX.org is an amazing place where you can get to learn. EDX.org. Those are some examples of online platforms. But those are just the beginning. There's also Hot Academy. There's Canvas Design Academy for people that want to be designers. There are a lot of these online learning platforms, but that is one way. You want to learn specialized skills. That's one way. Right. A second way is to be a part of certain programs. It can be fellowships. It can be accelerators. You want to learn something that is specialized. You want to be a part of certain programs. And you can search for these things in your niche. How? This night, do something this night. How many of you are subscribed to a newsletter that curates opportunities around your industry? You're a designer, for example. You're a graphic designer. Are you subscribed to any newsletter that curates information, updates, either globally or within Nigeria or within Africa, that concerns your industry? Is there anybody like that? You're actually subscribed to a newsletter. That's one way to have an idea of these things before they come. Are you following? So you want to be able to know places where you can learn specialized skills. Subscribe to newsletters, subscribe to YouTube channels of people that go ahead and search for these things for you. All right. I just saw that we have about 7 minutes more, but let me see how far I can go. Just let me know in the chat. And these things are, one thing with information is information exists in certain networks. And this is why I am putting together a conference. I'm putting together what is called the Growth Accelerator Conference. It's happening next week, literally next week. The Growth Accelerator Conference. A number of you have heard of this conference. Some of you have even gotten your tickets already. But there's some people that you've been hearing about this. You've seen the speakers. You have seen, Joseph is already coming close to me. You have seen the speakers. You have seen a lot of people around me. A lot of people that will be speaking there, the content and things like that. But for some reason, you have not yet gotten your ticket yet. I'm not sure why. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, hey, why are you not getting the ticket? Will this add value to you? Yes. Will you meet people that will help you grow? Yes. But yet you're saying no. Why you say no? Right. But I'll talk about that in another way. But let me just finish relevant learning. And that was just the first point. But maybe I'll just talk about, because this thing I'm sharing now is part of what I'll be sharing at the conference. When Joseph calls someone, you have to come correct. So I had to take a part of what I will share at the Growth Accelerator Conference. There's something I call a personal development plan. I call it a personal development plan. If you don't have a PDP for yourself, not the PDP that you may know, that this one is a different kind of PDP. If you don't have a PDP for yourself, make sure that at that conference, because I'm going to be giving you a template. At the conference, I'll give every participant a template for a PDP so that you can learn in a structured way. All right? You can learn in a very structured way. All right? So after consistent relevant learning, I think the last thing on that point was financial mastery, but I'll not dwell on that, because no matter how good you are in academics, how good you are in specialized skill, if your financial knowledge is poor, it will affect the other two. So learn about finances. Now let me just hint on the other two, and then I think we'll call it a close for the night. By the way, I couldn't talk about everything. So make sure that if you've not gotten your ticket to that conference, make sure you're there. So the second point is consistent, excellent execution. And there's a system for this. So number 2, consistent, excellent execution. Everything we've talked about so far was just number 1. Number 2 is consistent, excellent execution. And this starts by you creating your own personal agency, your own personal infrastructure. You are becoming an agency of your own, the agency called you. Consistent, excellent execution. Really, really important. All right? Really, really important. How do you execute at a level that is very excellent? And let me just take you step by step. I'll run through this and then we'll come to an end. The first point under this is to serve or to do it for free. That is the first point. To serve or to do it for free. Now, when we talk about service, some people have different notions about it, right? Right, confirm that you can hear me. Right, great. So some people have very different notions about service. Their notions can be that, when you're serving, you're doing something for free. I've learned this skill for so long and things like that. At the beginning of every level of professional development, you must serve in a way. So some people call it portfolio building. What do you do when you build a portfolio? Who is paying you for it? Who pays you for the portfolio? Because you have to have something that someone can see. The question is always, what have you done before? What have you done before? Yes, you're good at this, you're good at that. Can I see something you've done before? And how do you get that in? You serve. Service may not always be free. It could be for a lower amount than you would have charged. Do you understand? So when you're serving, most times as you're serving or as you're starting up with creating your portfolio, you are very discounted to an extent. And the goal of that period is a very significant period. The goal is to get you a track record. You want to have a portfolio, you want to have a track record. Really important. All right. So there's service, there's selling. That's the work you do when you want to start working. All right. There's the part of sales. And then there's the part of delivery at the highest standard. There's a how to this. There's a how, okay, for delivery. There's a how for all these things. But I won't have so much time to go into this. And then the last point is relationships and network. And I'll be ending here. Relationship and network. It is important that you have very high quality relationships. In fact, keep improving your relationship. This is how you get to that point where you are investing in these three areas. So where do you invest? First, invest in your relevant learning. Second, invest in your excellent education. And by excellent education, I'm talking about, execution rather, excellent execution. And then the third place to invest if you want professional development is to invest in your relationships and your network. For example, some people will come for the Growth Accelerator conference and they will meet people. Those meetings would literally skyrocket them. Businesses will be built, friendships will be built. You have access to information that exists within circles. Every information exists in circles. There are people that need this class that is happening right now, but because they were not a part of YPC, they don't have access to it. How did you get to this class? It's not because you're a part of a circle. Everybody that is here right now is a part of one circle or the other. That's why you had access to what's going on right now. And just the same way you have access to this and people don't have access to it, that's the same way that there are some things that you need. There's some things that you qualify for, but just because you have not immersed yourself into a circle, you do not know about it. So what do? Go to places where people that are growth-driven are, so that you can enter into other circles and have access to higher level information. I'll end here. Joseph, I'm going to end here for now. And hopefully, in further discourses, we can get to go way deeper into some of these things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fee, for such a fantastic session. My notes is full, and I've learned so much. When you were talking about consistent, excellent execution, right? I think one of the things that people don't really understand is the role of excellence, because if anybody's going to grow or upgrade their professional portfolio, one of the things we really need to pay attention to is excellence, right? And I think what Fee said, one of the easiest ways for us to become excellent at what we do is serving people or doing it for free. Now, the good thing is when you do it for free, right? You may not be crucified for not delivering at the highest level, but instead you get to learn the standard of any industry you want to break into. Why? Because you've been able to do it for free. And the good thing again about doing something for free is that you are being coached for free, right? So if you're doing something for free, if you are serving a mentor, if you're serving somebody that is up there, one of the privileges you have is that you have access to free mentorship, right? So now, again, this is not a call for you guys to jump into people's DM immediately after this call and you're asking, sir, I want to serve you, I want to serve you, I want to serve you. No, you need to be at a conference where you can understand how these things work, right? Because there are a lot of people that you need access to. Some of us, we think that, okay, this is the best opportunity we can immediately access. Until you meet people that have accessed opportunities at the highest level. So some of you, what you need right now is a network of people that can change your life. A network of people that can change your life, a network of people that can push you forward, a community of people that can help you understand that there is a next level to this thing. And that is why today I want to present to you guys an opportunity. And if you are in Lagos, if you are anywhere close to Lagos, oh God, you're going to send me something because I cannot just share this good news with you guys like that, right? There's a growth acceleration conference in Lagos that some of you've seen online, and some of you've been crying. I don't have money. I don't have money. I don't have money. Oh my God! There's a VIP for 35,000 for 25,000, and it's going for 45,000, right? And you'll be asking yourself, how do I get access? And that's why you are here at YPC, because we've been able to secure a deal that you can't get anywhere right now. You can't get anywhere right now. And for some of you that are connected, I think that I can see the numbers here. For some of you that are connected, YPC, we've been able to access some level of sponsorship for some of you right now to attend the acceleration conference in Lagos is 7,500 naira. I want to show you guys something briefly. I want to show you guys something in just a moment. Now watch this. So now, because of YPC, right, you can get in today for how much? 3,500 naira. You can never see this anywhere, right? So now, if you go on Feast Timeline, if you go on his page, if you go to their page anywhere, you are getting in for how much? 7,500 naira. But tonight, you're getting in for 3,500 naira. And this can only work if you are connected to YPC. So if you are watching on any of the platforms, I'm going to be pasting the link right now. So for those of you on YouTube, if you're watching from YouTube, if you are watching from Facebook, please, somebody should copy the link and paste on Facebook if it's not already there, right? You can immediately just click on this link. I think the link is on the screen now.
Yeah.
And it's also in the comments box, right? Click on the link and you can make a transfer right now. You can make a transfer right now. 3,500 naira and you are in. Connect conference was 5,000 naira. This conference is 7,500 naira. But here you are going to be upgrading, you're going to be accessing a network of people. Now, how many of you have ever met Elisha Mama before? How many of you? How many of you? He's going to be there live and direct. Look at the speakers that are on. Oh my God. These are not people that you see anyhow. These are people that if you want to have a one-on-one with them, just hold your 200K first before you can even follow them anywhere, right? But Fee has been able to curate this list. Grace Heritage is very 3,500 naira. So how many of you are jumping on this right now? There's a link in the comments and there's a link on the screen. If you also want to do a direct transfer, you could pay. You could just pay Paystack, any of the links that work for you, right? And you get on board. And right now, guys, the event is for 2 days. But I would like let you know that I'm the one hyping this event too much, okay? But I'm super excited because this event, look at the speakers for crying out loud, hacking the 10x growth code in Nigeria, in Lagos. Some of you be saying, when is this event coming to Calabar? When is it coming to Abakiliki? When is it coming to Enugu? No, that is a poor man's mentality of thinking. Ask yourself, how do I get to Lagos right now? Because these opportunities, this level of opportunity, there are no opportunities you can easily pray for and they'll come to you like that. For some of you, this is a miracle. Some of you, maybe you were just scrolling through Facebook and you saw this live and you are here now. And this is the answer to the prayer you've been making. With 3,500 naira, you'll be attending the Growth Accelerator Conference in Lagos, hosted by Fee here. And I'm super excited because this event, for no reason, your life can never remain the same. So I'm seeing some people, you are going to be, so if you are going to be attending this bootcamp, this conference, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Stephanie Williams, if you're going to be attending the conference, let me know Wherever you are, I think this is a price you want to pay for yourself. See, there's something that I feel like talking about. I said, growing will cost you. Yes,
Yeah.
not growing. I think, is it not growing will cost you as
Yeah.
well?
Not growing will cost you more.
Not growing will cost you more. So whether you choose to attend this conference or not, it's going to cost you more because you've been praying, how do I upgrade my skill? How do I improve? How do I change my network? How do I change my life? And here you are with an opportunity that you've been praying for. People are busy right now, they're paying 7,500. But with YPC, you can pay 3,500 naira. Have we not tried for you guys? Have we not tried? So you've been
I,
crying, Joseph, bring opportunity for us, bring up this is an opportunity of a lifetime. 3,000, not even 5,000, 3,500. This is even less than half the price right now.
yeah.
And I'm grateful because we've been able to secure this deal for you guys. And I'm sure you guys would really love this. After this call, I'll be posting the link on our Telegram group so that you can jump on it right now. So, Steven, for those that will be coming, so let us know what are the packages you currently have for your participant. What are the packages? I
Great.
saw
So,
standard. Go ahead,
yeah.
please.
So there are actually three different ticket categories. There's a standard at 7,500. That's from the public domain. So it's 7,500
Yeah.
generally.
Yeah.
There's also the premium that is currently at 15,000 naira. And then
Yeah.
there's the executive that's currently at 35,000 naira. Now, each of these ticket categories, they have their own benefits. Standard tickets, they have access to everything, to the entire session. They have access to some conference materials. They have access to some masterclass replays. We had about 11 masterclasses before the conference. So they have access to 5 of those 11 masterclasses. They have access to light refreshment at the conference and a couple of other things. While the premium participants, they have access to everything the standard has, but then they have a reserved seating area for them. There's an area reserved for premium participants to sit, right? So when you come, you just go to the premium area and then you sit down there. And a couple of other benefits. Executives, they have sitting area reserved with their names on it. So for premium, it's just an area, but for executives, they have names on each of their seats. So it's reserved by name. And then we have the platinum. There's platinum of 50,000 naira currently. That's the highest ticket at the moment, 50,000 naira for the platinum ticket. But before I even really talk more about those tickets, when I look at this conference and when I think about what the participants are getting, starting from the knowledge itself, starting from these speakers, like you said, rightly mentioned, Joseph, it's impossible. Look for these speakers and tell me which of them you can sit down with and pay 3,500 and say I want to come and learn
Even
from you.
50,000 fee. Where 50,000? Where?
One of them, it is not possible. And imagine that you're getting all of them at 3,500. I don't think anything should stop you from being a part of this. I do not think so. Well, I don't even feel your village people should be strong enough to do that. So as you're seeing this, make that decision now. So first is the learn, but that's not all. The high value learning, the high value information that is coming, that's not all. Chioma Ifeanyi made a post recently and said she's bringing fire. When Chioma will say that type of thing, you know that she has prepared for the conference. She made a post about the conference and said, I am bringing fire for this. Right. We heard my mentor Lashaman is coming all the way from Kaduna to Lagos. And by the way, we recently launched virtual tickets. So let's say for any reason, let's say you've tried and you can't make it to Lagos. You have tried and you can't make it to Lagos. We have virtual tickets now available. So there's a virtual ticket. The lowest virtual ticket is actually 3,500 naira. You have access to all the live sessions. You have access to the replays of the conference sessions. That's the first one. Then we have the second virtual ticket. That's virtual premium. That's 10,000 naira. That gives you access to the conference sessions and all the master classes, the 11 master classes. You also have access to, you have priority access in all sessions. So in case you have a question, you have priority in those things. So if you have a question, if you have things like that, you get priority as a premium virtual participant. So let's say you can't make it down. You've costed it. You've checked price of flights. You've checked price of bus. You've checked price of night bus. You've checked price of trekking. It did not work. Nothing is working. And you can't make it to Lagos. Then you should make sure you at least get no matter the matter, just make sure that you are a part of this conference. If you don't do this year, you're missing out a lot. There's a lot of information you will get that you can use for the rest of the year and literally fly and literally have 10x growth. The goal for this conference is not for you to grow a little. No, you have been growing a little for so long. What's the result? The goal is not for you to just go from step 1 to step 2. No, there's what is called 10x growth. 10x growth is not, some people just say, one day it go better and let's just give it time. There's nothing like that. You're not giving time. It is the two things that really make growth happen. First is the level of information you now have. Is it now different? If it's different, we can expect growth. Second is the level of execution you have. Your information and your execution come together to give you any growth you can. So if you have 10x information and you have 10x execution, I can assure you that you have 10x growth. Now, it is the goal of this conference to give you 10x information and give you an environment that supports 10x execution. And not just that, the last point is 10x relationships. Why? Because the people that are coming for the conference are not people that in their mind, they always say, oh, I'm going to grow, I'm going to do it. There are people that are able to pay for growth. There are people that can talk about growth. There are people that can dream about growth. There are some people that can design flyers about growth. They can write posts about growth. But when it comes to paying for growth, you don't catch me, right? They'll just leave it for you, right? But the people that are coming for this conference are those that can pay for growth. That means it is a high quality of people and you want to network. So make sure that you get your ticket this night. This discount will not be there forever. It's ending very soon. We have a number of slots. Once that number of slots is exhausted, you'll see that you're not able to get access to this anymore. So make sure you get this tonight. Don't move it forward. Procrastination has almost killed you. Don't let it continue. Kill it this night. Do it this night and make sure you secure your ticket. All right, Joseph.
So, it's funny because whenever we're talking about conferences like this, like you just mentioned that Elisha Mamman is coming from Kaduna. He's leaving Kaduna to come to Lagos for a conference of this magnitude. Now, those in that same Kaduna are saying, can you bring this conference to us? Meanwhile, the speaker is leaving that same state to go and attend this conference in Lagos. So, guys, it doesn't matter where you are. You've been giving yourself excuses for the longest time, right? So, for you just to be here tonight, it means that God has answered your prayers. So, don't be the reason why your prayers will not be answered, because this is the answer to the prayers you've been making, right? So, accelerate your growth the 10x way, right? And I need you guys to be in Lagos. And Fee has made an offer that if you're not going to, like, if you've checked everything, your village people are holding you down, you're holding yourself down, your money is holding you down, the country, everything is holding you, and you can't leave your house. You've sworn, you've tried, right? There is a virtual version where you can connect, right? And you can also join. So, guys, I would like you guys to jump on this offer. 35, and once the slots are taken, there is no beg. You cannot beg me. You cannot beg me. You know now. Once the slots are taken, I can't help you. Okay? I can't help you. So if you are in this session right now, I think you need to jump on this right now, because it's going to be an experience of a lifetime. Guys, just check out those on the flyer. Elisha Mamman, there's Judy K there is Choma. Just that there is Gracie Mezu, there is Tolu Michaels, there is Temitope. Oh my God, who don't want to listen to here? Right. So I think that this is an opportunity of a lifetime that we need to jump on now. So I wouldn't want to take so much time of our guest. I'm sure he has so many things he would want to do. The topic for today was investing in your professional development. And at the end of the day, we're able to provide an opportunity that you can't find anywhere. And I'm sure that we've learned a lot. So if you're not following Fee, I think you want to follow Fee now on Instagram. Fee is Feesteven on Instagram, on every platform. I think it's Feesteven. So you want to follow Fee right now and see how you can change your own life. So I think I'll try to highlight. Yeah, that's his name there, Feesteven. Let me see if I can put up Feesteven so that you can also follow on social media. Feesteven on Facebook and everywhere. follow Fee Steven on Facebook, on Instagram, and everywhere. And you get to connect. If you have further questions you would want to ask him, maybe you've missed whatever is happening, and just tell him that from YPCO, I'm so sorry, I have this question, blah, blah, blah. And out of his busy schedule, he'll be able to give you small of his time. Okay, but don't go there and disturb his life. Just go there, follow him, and just watch what is happening. For some of you, you are planning to do stuff, you're planning to do amazing things. So I think that this is the best opportunity for you, because you're going to be in a room where people are apart, aside what you're learning, right? I think some of you need to be in a room where there is so much inspiration. So much inspiration. It's called an enabling environment. An enabling environment. Okay. So guys, I want you guys to do your best. Let your people not hold you down. Do your best to be there at the Growth Accelerator Conference in Lagos. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay. So thank you so much, Fee, for being here. Thank you for making it. It's been an awesome time. It's been a fantastic time. And I'm sure we've learned so much tonight. So I would like to just talk to my people briefly before. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. So guys, 3,500 naira. Who does this? Who does this? Fee Steven does this. So guys, if you are interested in being at this Growth Accelerator Conference in Lagos, I think you want to jump on this offer right now. The link is still on the screen. If you want to do, now if you click on this link, it's in the comments. If you click on this link, what it will do is it will take you straight to WhatsApp, where you can just copy the account number and make a direct transfer. This will take you straight to WhatsApp, where you can make a direct transfer and you can have access immediately. So if you have more questions, hi Karat Bello. Thank you so much for the amazing session, staff. Thank you for also being here. So guys, I'll be seeing you guys on social media, and please try to click on the link to join, to register, and I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic experience for everybody. It's going to be a fantastic experience for everybody. Okay, so this is the link here. This is the flyer. These are the people that are going to be there live. Okay, so I wouldn't want you guys to miss this event for any reason in the world. So my name is Joseph Etim, and it's been an amazing time with you guys. It's been a fantastic time tonight, and I'm pretty sure we've learned, and you're going to be applying the things that you've learned here to your own personal life. So thank you so much, guys, for being here, and I'll see you guys online. So this is the link to pay now, 3,500. Bye for now.